Hello? Hello? Oh, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. This is Brian Young doing a live broadcast, driving down the road. Can everybody hear me? How's the sound? Does the sound okay? We're in Indiana right now. Gas is $3.49. Don't blame me. I voted Trump. How does it sound, everybody? Does it sound okay? I don't know how the sound sounds like. Somebody give me a thumbs up here. What's the sound? Is there a sound or not? Does it sound muffled? Just give a note there, and I'll keep on talking. I'll wait for a comment. We are now in Indiana. Sounds good, Brian. Sounds good, Brian. James. Well, we just got into Indiana a couple hours, about an hour ago, hour and a half ago. Traffic is moderate to medium. Indiana toll roads have something to be desired. The problem is they get all this money and they don't do repairs. Got the muffler fixed, everything running fine. And had lunch. And we are 15 miles from 8090, which is probably the most congested part of America. It's where 8090 merge, heading west or east. It's probably the most traveled 6 lanes of traffic in the world. Now, I can't read messages very fast unless my wife reads the messages to me. My dreams have come true. Camper rant. Who's there? Everybody. Kathy, Mark, Missy, Frankie, David, the whole clan. Camper got the muffler fixed. It's running great. Everything's doing good so far. We are 14 miles from the 8090 merge, heading west. Tell Mark I said hi. Gaming with Shane. Oh, brother. What a nut. Gaming with Shane. I'm sorry, Shane. Mark doesn't like you anymore. He has a girlfriend. Okay, Shane, too bad. Sorry, Shane, but Mark doesn't like you anymore because he's got a girlfriend. What? I know. Well, you'll have to deal with that with Mark, Shane. I mean, his girlfriend's more important than a boyfriend. The weather is perfect. The weather's about 70. It's not hot at all. I've got all these. Have a good time. Well, I'm gonna try. It's very relaxing. I actually like to drive because it's relaxing. Part of the fun is driving for me. I think that's why my wife doesn't like coming, because she doesn't drive, and she should get behind the wheel of this thing and just see how awesome it is. I got to remember the camera's over here, not over there. I got my earbud in, so the sound should come right here. Well, Tim and Ryan should be at the bank. I don't think they were going live today. I tell you, all these interstates. You know what the problem is with these interstates? You want me to tell you the problem? You probably want to hear my rant. Is that they built these in the 1960s. They never anticipated the amount of traffic that would be on them. Plus, they built them in a time in America when we didn't have so much debt, and so things didn't cost as much. I didn't say he hated him. Well, he's wrong. Shane is wrong. Okay, go go talk to your girlfriend. Okay, and calm down. He's paranoid. Shane called Mark. Road trip. That's right, road trip. And we're in our Class C motorhome from Coachman. And got to check all the mirrors. I got the small mirrors, the large mirrors, the back mirror. So I have the perfect vision. And Missy's talking. I have no idea what she's saying because she doesn't speak English. She speaks Missyese. Missyese. We're 9 miles until the Chicago 80 convergence. Hey, Kathy, check what the traffic is through Chicago. It shouldn't be that bad on a Saturday. Maybe it is. It shouldn't be. Terrible every day. Yeah, it probably is. There's not that much. You know what is funny is there's more traffic going east than there is west, I noticed. And somebody told me, where was I? That a lot of people, I was at Costco, and the guy there was saying that um, he noticed a lot of people were going east. And I said I was going to, I was going to, all right, I was going to, all right, I was going to Mount Rushmore, and that he said most people are going east. People are impatient, a lot of people, especially with RVs. You know, they think they have a little compact car and they can just do anything they want, which they're not watching what's going on around the compact or around the RV, and they're ignorant of driving, basically. They have no idea what they're doing. That's just my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm usually not. I've been driving, well, I started driving when I was 17 from Connecticut to Ohio. My sister had a VW Beetle. That was my first time driving on the highway in a Beetle. How's it going? It's going good. We got up about 8 o'clock this morning, got up late a little bit. My wife was a little late getting going. I'm going to blame her. Tim and I watched Tomorrow War. Terrible movie, terrible sci-fi. You know, I don't know if they just don't know how to make sci-fi anymore, but maybe it's the writers. They just write stupid stories, okay? And it's a time travel, and you can't do time travel because you have too many paradoxes that just you cannot explain. And so it's just a bad story, a bad writing. And then these aliens, you know, so they're eating every human on. Okay, so what happened? Eating, and so there's only like 500,000 humans left. Okay, so what happens when all the humans are dead. Okay, well now there's no food for all these thousands of aliens that are on the earth. So what's going to happen? See, it's funny when God created the species. You know, lions don't eat all the time. They don't just go and kill, a gazelle or a giraffe all the time. They only eat when they need when they needed to consume, and so there are times when you'll see lions and gazelles together, okay, or they'll just mingle around because they know how much they need to eat. Okay, it's kind of like a balancing. But in these alien movies, they just eat everything. Okay, so when the food's all gone, now what? It, it's just it's and they make these aliens in these movies like they made a quiet time, virtually indestructible. Okay, everything's they can do everything. I'm thinking, what are you crazy? And these aliens have got these projectiles that they shoot out of their bodies. Terrible movie. I mean, I mean, I won't. I might see it again in maybe 5 years, but I got to pay the toll, which is about $10. Anyway, Kim and I watch Tomorrow War. I really think it has to do with the writers, these science fiction writers. I really don't think they have a clue. They're just writing just to write, and so they put whatever they want uh, in it, and without any. I think good science fiction is science fiction with some logic, and bad science fiction is science that's just written and they just do whatever they want, and you can't do that. Okay, you just or else it's stupid, and that's what it is. So that's my opinion of Tomorrow War. Um, I wouldn't see it if I was. Well, I mean, you can and just tell me what your opinion is. Tell your opinion of the movie. I personally think it was pretty bad, and I think Amazon paid $200 million for it. Yep, I'm at a toll booth right now. We're at the toll booth, so we got across Indiana. Okay, uh, my next phase is from Chicago to Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Dells area. That's my next jaunt, is Wisconsin Dells. So it's about 1 o'clock, so we've got about another 5 hours. We should get halfway across Wisconsin, maybe. Last year they were doing major construction on the Interstate 90. Uh, oh no, I'm not going all the way. Are you kidding? I'd get there at 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't think my wife wants to drive till 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, clean up right now, guys. They're making a mess. Frankie loves to make messes. Let's go, Frankie, now. I don't be quiet, Frankie. You be quiet. So we'll do some videos at Mount Rushmore. We'll do some videos tomorrow. I might do a night video tonight, having my favorite stogie. And I'll give you my opinion on certain. I think I might start a new live stream called the ProTinkerToys.com news division. Um, my my take on the local news, political news. I think that might be a new division of ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com/news. What do you think of that? Brian, Brian would trust Mrs. Young to drive. No, I wouldn't. Well, I know Kathy drove a school bus. I wouldn't say no. I would not trust her. Actually, she was a school bus driver, so I don't, I wouldn't have a problem with her driving. Okay. Uh, the problem with Kathy is when we first got married, she likes to race people. Okay, she likes to race. She likes to race people. I remember when I first married, we went on a honeymoon, and I woke up and she was doing like 90 miles or 80 miles to this other guy. She was racing this other guy. Okay, and it just it shocked me. How many cars did she total? Well, that's a good question, Adam. She totaled two minivans. Okay, two minivans. Are you just going to have a conversation? Everybody's having a conversation with the toll worker. I don't get it. It's amazing how people are literally clueless when they come to the toll booth. Unbelievable. Good. $9. Not bad, I guess, but they got to do a lot of work on these highways. Hey, thanks. Because they're in pretty pathetic shape. All right, so that's taken care of. Now we have to go stop and get gas. I like to top it off whenever I see when you come into this area, 80 to 90, the toll booths, this is another crime, is that gas on the toll road is always more. And I think gas should be cheaper. I think gas on a toll road should be cheaper, frankly. I don't think it should be more expensive. That's my opinion. Yes, Frankie's been eating all the time. So when you get off of the toll here, there's a gas station that's normally cheap, and I'm going up there and I'm wanting to see how cheap it really is. So I'll take you there. That should be another 5 minutes. Now I don't know if I'm going to take the Skyway. Um, it is a nice scenic view of Chicago, the Skyway, because then you actually go into Chicago, downtown Chicago. 90 kind of, or I can do the outer loop, which is a little longer. I don't mind doing the inner Chicago when it's okay with traffic. It flows pretty well. You don't want to do that at rush hour or any other time like that. And so I don't mind driving that at that time. Oh, no, no, no. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. It's 1 o'clock. I Kathy checked the traffic right now in Chicago. It doesn't look like it's heavy. So we are probably going to do that route. And I'll take some videos. Now, what's really funny about my RV, and I'll show you my RV maybe tonight at the campsite. I bought a bunch of, stickers, Trump stickers, okay? I know somebody give me a bad thumbs down. They probably will. Anyway, I've got a ton of them on the back of my van. And either a lot of 240, 344, 344. Now, that's ridiculous. Okay, that's just ridiculous. 344. Just to give you perspective, my tank is a 100-gallon tank. Okay, so you figure the number, how much it costs to fill this. Anyways, people will look at me, either they flip their bird off or they'll give me the thumbs up, okay? Because I have a lot of Trump stickers on the back of my van. And they either will flip me off or they will give me thumbs up. All right, so I'm going to get off here to find cheap gas. Actually, no, I think I'm just going to keep on going. I have 3/4 of a tank. We're doing a lot of work. Now it's 316. That's not that. It was normally cheaper than that, but I guess I'll have to live with 316. I don't need that much, probably about $40 worth to fill my tank if I'm going to fill up. I remember driving this, in 2000 when I was with Irwin Toy, and the speed limit was 55, but in Ohio it was 60. And I remember getting stopped by a cop, and he goes, he goes, why were you going so fast? I was still like 65. I said, well, no, I think the speed limit was 65 in Ohio. And he goes, I go, oh, I just forgot because Ohio is in Indiana is 65. He goes, nowhere in the country is 65. I go, yeah, it is. I don't know. I don't know if he was clueless or not knowing where he was, but he didn't know what the what the speed limit was. Usually they don't stop you if you do 8 miles over. You can do almost 9 miles over and they won't stop you. Unless you've got some guy that's a real nitpick. But normally they don't. They won't stop you. That's been my experience over the last 10 years, driving across the United States of America 6 times. Okay. I've been in every state and traveling in Texas, you can do about 85 and they won't stop you. Texas is probably the fastest. Usually, like when we get in South Dakota, you can usually hit it 80, 85 and they don't stop you because the speed limit is 75 in certain parts. And so is Nebraska. Nebraska is 75, 80. Um, so, but we'll uh, we'll give a glimpse of when we. There's a real big bridge when we come up into the skyline, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, it was about 50 degrees this morning when we left Ohio. It's about 70 right now, which is perfect for driving the RV. Have a I don't have to have the AC on very high. But boy, a year, I don't know if it was last year or the year before last week, we were coming back from Mount Musmore and stopped in Wisconsin Dell at the KOA, and it was so hot. The humidity was so high. Okay, I literally had to just sit down, and as I sat down, I was sweating so much, and I wasn't even moving. I was just sitting, doing nothing, and my body was sweating as fast as it could pump uh, water out of it. Coming into Gary, Indiana. This is where I was born. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. My home sweet home. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Born in 1959 in Gary, Indiana. We lived in Elkhart and then also South Bend, I think. And then we moved to Toledo, I'm sorry, Northfield, Ohio, and then Toledo, Ottawa Hills, Kirkwall. There's not that much traffic. It's pretty light, actually. A lot of these small towns, America, really advantage because Everything was just, we gave it away to China, unfortunately. We don't make anything in America. I mean, not as much as we used to. I mean, everything was made in America in the 1960s. 90% of things were just made in America. We just gave it all away. We just said, you know what, we don't want to do that anymore, which I think is sad. But I think we can make anything in this country. I don't care what it is. I think we can do it cheaper. That's my opinion. Hire enough people. But I don't think they want people working. I think they want dependent on the government. I get political here. I don't mean to, but what this country is all about. Freedom. People don't think this country is free. You guys, you're clueless. You're clueless. You're blind. But some people want to find the negative in everything. I don't understand it. Never could. Never could understand why people have to always look for the negative. Everybody's got problems. You think the Roman Empire was just perfect? Man, I tell you, people are clueless. There wasn't no civil rights in the Roman Empire. You couldn't protest that or this. They always give me a thumbs down. I always get one thumbs down. I just think they don't like me. I think that's the only thing I can say. I don't know why they do it. I suppose that's their right. That's their right to do that, I guess. I suppose the same as giving some a thumbs up. Why are you giving me a thumbs up? I mean, obviously, if you're watching, you must like what I say or wanting to say. The question is, that person that gave me a thumbs down, is he not? I would more accept his opinion if he's not watching at all. But if he did, well, no, if he just clicked on and clicked thumbs down without even listening to me, then I'd say that's wrong. I think somebody, I think the algorithm on YouTube be that you can't give a thumbs up until you've watched, a certain amount of the program, so that you have an idea of what you're giving thumbs down to. But if you watch the whole video and give a thumbs down, well, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's like watching the whole show and they go, no, I don't like that. Well, then why'd you watch it? Well, I guess it's like a movie. I mean, I watched Tomorrow War, the Tomorrow War, which was, oh, it was so bad. And I can't believe what's his name decided to be in it. Chris Hayne or Chris wasn't Pratt or what's his name. They made it in 2019. It was going to be released last year, but the pandemic screwed everything up. And so the theaters didn't get it. I don't know how the theaters are in business. That movie didn't go to the theaters. Okay, Amazon bought it. Bought it, I think, around for $200 million. $200 million. Are you telling me that Amazon got their money back? I don't see that. I just don't see it. Something doesn't add up on all this, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. Here comes a giant RV. No, it's a bus. Big bus. Travel bus. Signature Transportation Group. Well, we got 7 watchers and 10 thumbs up, which is awesome. And 1 thumbs down. That one guy that always gives me a thumbs down, he's giving me a thumb. How's the sound? Is the sound pretty good? Happy pill time. I don't have any happy pills right now, Adam, so just be quiet and just listen to the show, okay? Don't always comment about my happy pills, okay? Because I'm driving and I can't go to the refrigerator and get them. I mean, come on, Adam. There's always somebody that just drives a little slow. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on, man. Frankie's a little nutty today. Yeah, it's funny. People look at my stickers on the back of my RV. Some people, then my son, he gave me my new hat. Okay, so this person's just not gonna. He's gonna just drive 65 at a 70-mile-an-hour speed. He's talking to his friends, so I have to get ahead of him. The lady, no, a guy talking to his girlfriend, not even doing the speed limit. Can you give me a break, people? Well, let's see. So we're almost into Gary, Indiana. There's a gas station up here that I filled up last time. Boy, they're pushing these vaccinations. Unbelievable. You want me to go on a rant about that? No, Hammond. I think that's where it is. I think the gas is at Hammond. I tell you, there is more traffic going west than there is going east. I'm going to show you this big bridge on this Chicago skyline. This bridge is huge. When I get to it, I'm not quite there yet. Well, I think we're coming up to Hammond. Chicago Skyway. The Chicago mayor is a nutcase. That's all I'm gonna say. These guys are nutcases. They don't know what they're doing. They're destroying their cities and they don't even care. That's what I find funny. I just don't understand it. It's like insanity is taking over people. There's no logic. None. Absolutely zero. My friends. I'm doing about 70, but boy, everybody else is doing about 80. Boy, northern part of Indiana is real industrial. Railroad tracks are flooded. I don't know if I can show you this here. I'm trying to. A lot of fishing here. There's a bunch of lakes here off of Lake Superior, I think. Yeah, we got to come to get gas or pay another toll. Paying the toll. Paying the toll. Paying the toll. On a broken down road. I find it so funny. People keep voting for this. Oh my God. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, buckle up, Frankie. I don't know why you're not seatbelts on. Can you tell me why? Well, see, the problem is people wait until the very last minute to merge. They never want to do it way in the back because they don't want to wait in line. They think they can get all the way up front, then they cut in. And it screws everything up. That's why people don't know how to drive. They don't know how to drive properly. Tolls. This is taking longer than I would anticipate. One thing about Palmer Gulch, KOA, the internet is terrible there. They don't have any cell towers. All these people trying to get in. Well, guys, does it make Oh yeah, I mean I don't necessarily have to have a cell phone at a campground. It's just relaxing and there. Amazing how slow this is. I am really amazed how slow it is. It's moving like a snail. My hand's in the way. Oh, well, now we're in our single lane here. Nothing is moving. Fender bender. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's just quiet here. Nothing's going on. Oh, brother. Problem is, all these government toll places, and none of them have there's no responsibility to make things uh, faster or more efficient. I think that's the problem with government is that there should be a that should be the fundamental law is that there should always be a strive to make things faster or more efficient, or you cannot do it. That's why I think that more things need to be published, turned to the public. Um, Profit. Yeah, profit. You have better service. Because if it doesn't work, then people go somewhere else. But there's no incentive for them to do things faster, do things more efficient. There's none, and that's the problem with the post office. There's no incentive for them. I mean, they say that they do all these things to help the cut, but it really doesn't. There's there's no incentive for them to do things better. I mean, if we don't at ProTinkerToys.com, if we don't continue to do better, then people just won't shop with us. And so I don't know what to tell you. Okay, there's a Walmart up here. I don't know if I got gas at Walmart. I think I'll pop in there and fill up. I know there's a Shell station there that I filled up last year. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. Yeah, bye-bye. Well, I got out of that with my teeth. Okay, so we're going to pull up here at this gas station. I know there's a gas station next to Walmart. People don't know how to drive either. They're driving like 15 miles an hour. Come on, man. Walmart. Yeah, there's a gas station right off of the expressway here. I'm going to get off here and get gas. Yeah, there's gas right here. I'm going to get gas right here, and then get back on, and then I will. That will get me all the way to Wisconsin. My tank it's really funny. My tank is a 50-gallon tank. The tank is it's 229. Oh, brother. 209. Ooh, Luke's gas station. 309. 309. I know that might sound like a lot, but 40 cents is a 40 cents. Oh, that's with a wash. Ah, so it's 329. Well, that stinks. All right. So, anyways, I got this 50-gallon tank, and when I completely fill it up, it goes to the right a little bit, which is about 75 miles. So it will get me to a destination a little further than I'd like. All right, so they're going to go to the restroom. I'm going to fill up. So we're going to turn the gas off, and you guys can watch me here. All right, first thing I do is I have to, this thing is all messed up. Dang it. All right, first thing I do is I'm going to do the keys. I check the mileage, because I have this little chart that I write down. So the mileage is 77837, 329. That's the most I've paid for gas since 2015 when we started driving this. So don't blame me. Here's my sign. Don't blame me. I voted for Trump because it's 329 and that's the most expensive I've paid. Right. So let me. Okay, all these stupid things you have to do when you're pressing the gas pump. Do you want to be loyal, non-loyal, loyal this, loyal that, loyal this, loyal. So I write everything down. I write how much the gallon is. I write my mileage. So right now, so from my last fill up to this fill up, it was 680, and now it's 837. So let's see, that's about 100 and some miles. So we'll see how much gas we fill up with. But this should get me to Wisconsin, the tank, because I get about 8 to 9 miles a gallon. That stinks. Okay, just so you guys know. So here, I'll bring this out here for a minute. Show you where I'm at. So I'm filming. Got it right here. Putting that in. It's 329. 329. So those. So if you love paying 329 a gas, then that's great. Then you should be happy. Don't complain. Don't complain. Just keep paying it, okay? And don't worry. Don't complain to me because you're paying three. Don't complain that you're paying 329 a gas. And love it, actually. Love that you're paying 329 a gas. Now actually do a jib like this. Hey, I'm glad I'm paying 329 a gallon. I want to pay $20 a gallon. Okay? Because I'll give you a rant about that later. Oil is the engine of America, of the world. Without oil, this world would stop immediately. Fossil or wind and solar are useless. Okay, it costs more money to create those types of renewable than what they actually generate. Okay, just so you know. Okay. Now nuclear is good if we did nuclear. Okay, I think that just popped, so I got to go check that. Okay. Okay, let's go see if it popped. I think it just popped. Yep, it just popped. So it's $72. Unbelievable. 22 gallons, $72. Can you believe it? This is what they voted for. Elections have consequences. The problem is, well, should I say it was stolen? Ballot harvesting? Should I say that? Should I stay stuffing the ballots in key states? 7409. All right. 7409. 22 gallons. 45. All right. Well, this will get me to Wisconsin at least. So we'll stop that. We'll put that in here. Click that up. Now my receipt. Yes, I want a receipt. Now I do have, just so everybody knows, I do have $200 worth of Speedway gift certificates. Where are they? I do have $200 worth of gift certificates, or not gifts, but gift cards. Okay. Oh, here they are. Oh, where'd they go? Uh-oh, did I drop them? Oh my gosh. Oh, here they are. Whew. Oh, I thought I lost them. I have two $100 gift cards. So these are. This isn't a Speedway, so I'm not. I don't need to do it here. All right. So I'm going to now turn the engine on. Get this camera set. That's a little better. Maybe I could bring it up a little bit. There we go. Why does that? I know why. There, that's better. Back on the expressway. Porsche. Everybody's in. Hey, Mark. Will you get me a can of Coke out of that cooler? Open it up for me. Take this trash out of here. Is this trash? If it is, get rid of it.
Now it is.
Thank you. Oh, you didn't open it. Hey, will you check all the trash and get the trash out for me? Thanks.
Here you go.
That's yours. You can take your garbage out. Yeah, miss, you can take your garbage out.
When they didn't even open it, don't Coke.
Trash is right there. It's right there. All right, so I'm going to move up a little bit.
My foot's asleep.
All right, get out. Hurry up. I'm going to pull over to the side here. So I did a Lincoln to Mark. He bought these like burrito things, and he left them in the camper, and I licked them all. Well, I couldn't get a car wash anyways because the limit is 7 feet 4 inches. Okay, so guys, we are now waiting for my wife. She went to a place called Luke's gas station. I never heard of them. Brand new place. This whole all looks brand new. Everything here. Okay. So I don't know who Luke's is. So I want to try to get this camera so I can flip this so you guys can see me driving. All right. So let's see if we can do this. Because I can flip it. If I can flip it, because then you can see what I'm seeing as I drive. So let's see if that works. How does that look? Does that look pretty good? Yeah, you know what? That does look pretty good. Let's get a little bit more square. Yeah, that's down the road. Let's get a little bit higher. Just a little bit. So you have a little higher view of the road. There we go. There. Now you guys can see down the road if I show you something. I just have to push. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm Brian Young. I'm the owner of ProTinkerToys.com. My little millennial son Ryan, he is the co-owner. Sooner he'll be the owner once he buys out me. He has to buy out the bank, and he has to give me. Let me just run a number. He has to give me $100,000 in cash, and I'm out of there. Okay, so that's what his buyout is. What is in the back? What is it all? Okay, wait. Why is it all black? What's black? Is the image black? We can hear you but not see you. Okay. How's that? What the heck did she buy? Oh, I'm not going to complain. I told my wife I wasn't going to complain. She can buy whatever she wants. Is it still black? Is it still black? Might have to start a new live feed. I'm losing people. Shoot. We had up to 15. No. It's doing the zoom thing like it does. Yes, still black. What? Yeah.
No, they left the big garbage right up here. Here, Frankie, go throw this way.
Well, I don't know unless I start the live feed over again.
Look both ways.
I'd have to do it all over again.
By the garbage, over there. Right by the, yeah.
We're back. Okay, we're back. Okay, good. Okay, all right, great. All right, dear. Everybody ready?
We're putting the garbage in the garbage.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Oh, here, you can get these.
Okay, so
Take these out.
now we get back on the expressway, and we'll be just fine. My glasses are terrible.
Quickly.
I asked Mark to do that.
Mark, you didn't do the garbage. Well, you missed the big one. I have a big one right here with everything in it. Go put that in the garbage now.
Here's a can. Hey, here's a can.
Hold on, David. Get the can over there. Hold on, Frank. Get the can. That's for the can, David.
Okay, let's see here. So everybody can see me now, right?
What?
It's working now. Okay, so you guys can see the down the road, so I can flip that real easy to flip down the road.
Yeah. See now.
Just tell me whenever you need money, dear. Okay? I want to keep you happy, okay, dear? Whenever you need cash, just let me know. I'll just keep it coming, okay?
Okay. Which one is that?
Are we ready to go?
Frankie is coming.
Oh, let's leave Frankie.
I'm okay with that.
That's not nice.
With?
We'll get one when we get into Wisconsin. Plus, I have some. I'm leaving.
The dinosaurs going in here. We're only getting one right now. Sit down. Seatbelts on.
A purple. Okay, this is an ugly car. A purple Mustang.
Sit down and
Check out this purple Mustang, guys. Check that baby out. Check that purple Mustang. Okay.
Mustang girl driver.
That is disgusting. Okay, so that's my opinion. All right, so we are.
The guy driving it.
Oh my gosh, the guy is no.
Can't even fit in there.
Holy moly. Holy cow. Okay, so let's see, where are we going here? I got to get out of here. Okay, guy wouldn't even stop. I can't believe he did that. He literally cut me off.
Here, put all the garbage in here. Get that cleaned up. Garbage. Go. David, you just knocked that down on the ground. Here, David.
Don't move ahead, people. Just be clueless of what's going on around you. It's amazing, people. I really don't think people know how to drive. My opinion. Okay? I really don't. I don't think that people teach. See, I'm a person that doesn't believe in offensive. What's it taught? Is it offensive driving they teach? I think people need to learn defensive driving.
Defensive is you're on the defense. Offensive is the way they teach.
I think they teach offensive. I think they need to learn to teach defense. Okay? Or both type of driving.
You're the attacker.
Not necessarily attacking though. It has got to be a medium between those two.
Okay, pick up, boy.
Okay, so we are coming up to the Chicago skyline.
What's the other one you guys have?
Chicago skyline. I got some.
What did Frank get? I got the guy. The other guy. Don't worry about it.
What happened?
Well, he got up because I asked him a question and he went to look and I said, don't. But it really took off and he said, no. Put it in your mouth that way, then I'm taking it away.
Chicago skyline. Okay, so we need to get on the Chicago skyline, and we've got enough gas. We are full tank, and we will get on the skyline, which will take us all the way to Wisconsin. So, and when we get closer to Chicago, I'll flip the screen so you guys can see Chicago. and I'll show you kind of the traffic if we get into traffic here, okay? So we're coming under the viaducts. The roads are absolutely horrendous, just so you know. Okay, so we have to turn here. Chicago Skyway. Toll bridge. Of course it's a toll bridge. Now this bridge is huge, just so you guys know, okay? Alright, so I can turn right here. Okay. I'm gonna, oh, that guy's coming. Better not until he gets going. Okay, there we go. Alright, now I can get over here to get on the skyline. Now we're gonna be coming up to this bridge. Now this bridge, I've always been amazed by this bridge because on the right side of the bridge are these huge grain silos. I mean, these things are almost buildings themselves. Okay, so I'm going to switch the camera and just narrate where I'm coming. Okay, so we're coming up to the Skyway, and this is the bridge from Indiana to Illinois. All right, and this bridge is huge. Okay, I'm just, you know, people have to understand the size of these things and how they were built. Now, my son, some of these people, they don't believe these things were built by modern man. They're built by the, you know, pre-flood or whatever. I don't know. But there are these silos on the other side of this bridge. They're just huge. Okay, so we're coming up here now, and this bridge is huge, guys. It's not no tiny little bridge, but the silos on the other side of it, which are on the right, as you can see up here, if you see them on the right, you'll see them on the right, these silos, okay, grain silos. You can only see the top of them, but they are just immense, all right? And I think they're abandoned. I don't even think they use them. But anyways, this is the top of the Skyway. Oh, wow, that's high. And we're coming over the bridge now, and we're coming into Illinois. Now we have another toll. We went less than 10 miles, and there's a toll, another toll. Then we'll be now you got Chicago. You can see Chicago over there, the Sears Tower. I think it's called the Warner Building now. I think it is. I don't know. Pay toll 1 mile. Cars $5.80. $5.80. Really? You have to put it at 80 cents. You tell me $5 is not enough. This is the problem with government. They're crooks. They really are. They're crooks. I mean, I don't know how else to tell you. Government is crooks. They're how do you want to call it? They're legal thieves. I wouldn't even call them legal thieves. They're just thieves. Oh, well, I tell you, there's nothing better than pineapple. Oh my goodness.
I don't really even want it.
Oh, pineapple's just. Oh, pineapple is so good. Cash. Now I need the cash. Credit card cash. Okay, credit card cash. I think I got one left in here.
No, you got one more.
Oh.
Why do we even like that?
I don't know what about pineapple that is so. Oh, man. I could eat that all day long. Pineapple. Pineapple upside down cake. Boy, if anybody ever wants to send me a pineapple upside down cake, do that. My wife never makes me pineapple upside down cake. My wife never makes me a lot of cakes. You know, she never has baked a lot of cakes. Okay? I love whatever you do, dear. It's just that if you would do it more often, I would be happier. Happy, 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 right, dear? A happy wife is a happy husband, right? What are you gonna sit?
He cut his
Where?
I don't know. When he fell, he cut it on something.
Oh, it probably wasn't even cut.
That is. My foot.
Oh, please.
Let me see, David.
Oh my gosh. We're at another toll that's just taking forever. And this toll used to be one way at one time.
Please, that's a library book.
About 10 years ago, there was no toll this way going west. It was only east. And then all of a sudden they must have changed it because now there's a tollway going both ways, which really stinks. A raw egg. A raw egg. If you know what a raw egg smells like, well, I do because I was in the Navy, and at the end of our patrol on submarines, we would get the cook would break open the last of the eggs, the real eggs, and you'd have to have a gas mask on. He would break each egg to see if it was good or if it was black. And the black eggs, I mean, literally, they stunk like somebody's worst dresser cracker. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's even that. Sulfur, you think?
I don't know.
It just stunk. I mean, it's almost like you can't breathe. Well, that's why the cook always wore a gas mask, because he couldn't breathe. And the eggs were that bad. And that would probably be into the 80th day of the cruise, because we were out for 90 days, 3 months, 90 days underwater. Funnest time of my life, honestly. Underwater on a submarine. It's almost like being in space, like you were in your own spaceship, okay, and you're just underwater, cruising at about 200 feet, 300 feet on average, and just just quiet as anything. Oh, I took 2 kids to Yellowstone back in '84. Steve Weary and Reggie Strickland took 2 teenagers to Yellowstone, 30-day trip. Steve said it was the funnest trip he ever took. He loved that trip. I did too. I had a lot of fun that was 30 days around the country, 10,000 miles in 30 days. My brand new Ford Escort. Then I sold to my son-in-law or my brother-in-law, and he blew the engine because he didn't replace the oil until 90,000. I think I gave it to him had 70,000, and then he blew the engine at 90 because he never changed the oil. Danny. We have real people here. I'll be real nice to her because she's probably under a lot of pressure. I'll tell her how pretty she is. I'll say, boy, you got a pretty smile, even though I can't see it because she's got a mask on. How you doing, sweetie? Good. You got a pretty smile, even though I can't see it. 580. Thanks. Okay, guys. Now we are going into Chicago. Traffic is moderate to medium. Kathy, what is the traffic where we are? Because you're gonna see 90 goes right through the heart of Chicago. Yes, dear. Yeah, just check real quick, or somebody online could check us for me what the traffic is in Chicago. It's too late. We're already here. There used to be a big Sears store here along this road. Not really much where it normally is. We'll get through it okay. We got a full tank, so we should be okay. Get out by 3 o'clock. What time is it? Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Well, that's right. We lost an hour. No, we gained an hour. That's right. It's 1 o'clock now. I gotta watch. I got all these Trump stickers on the back of my camper. I hope I don't get too many people flipping me off. Let's hope I get a lot of thumbs up. There's the Sears store. Used to be a Sears store here for the longest of time, and it finally closed. Must have been one of the original stores. Now it's a storage location. Sad. What happened to Sears? It is really sad what happened to Sears, because Sears, it's a company that got complacent, and they didn't think they needed to change. And that's exactly what happens to a lot of companies. And if Sears and Walmart, if Walmart and Amazon, if they don't realize that, they'll go the same route as Sears and Kmart and Kresge, all these other that were number one retailers in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. I mean, Kresge's and Woolworth, they were number one until Kmart came along. I mean, they were the downtown stores. I mean, every downtown in America had either a Woolworths or a Kresge. And I think that nowadays, again, if I had $100 million, I would start BCY Young department stores, and I would be in downtowns, every downtown, and I would fill that store with so much stuff. And I would be within 10 years, probably 5 years, I would probably be the number one retailer in the country, because I would be in every downtown, in every small town. I would take all Walmart's business with. I think the Dollar General is okay, but they're not in downtown. They're not filling the downtown needs. And there's no reason why these Dollar Generals, they go on the outskirts of town. There's no reason why they don't build those in the towns. Like, for example, Fostoria. There should be a department store downtown. And that would then feed more businesses downtown. But that's my opinion. So if I win the lottery, I'll open a chain of BCY Young's, and or just call it BC Young, like J.C. Penney's. I'll just call it BC Young's. So I have to go express. I can't go local because no trucks. I don't know. They classify me as truck or an RV. So I'm just going to go local. All right, so far there's no stopping yet. I'll flip it so you can see the Sears Tower. I call it the Sears Tower because that's what it was built. Sears built it. You can see the Sears Tower. Can you see it there? Way out there.
All you do is pay that exit.
Well, traffic is flowing, so there's not a lot of congestion yet. So there's Chicago. We're coming into Chicago. Temperature's about 80 degrees now, high humidity. It's not very hot outside. I better move into the left lane because I'm going to need to get over when we get up further. I'm not allowed to because I'm a truck. I got to stay on this road. Well, that's the traffic pattern right now. I'll come back to my pretty face because everybody likes to see my pretty face. Now the traffic is slowing down. This is where it gets always right here because it makes a big turn to the left. It kind of goes like this and it comes back through Chicago. They had to cut this. They had to cut Chicago in half to put these expressways in, which I think was the biggest mistake in the expressway system. They should have never had the expressways going through the cities. They should have skirted the cities and having feeder lines into the city. But having the 90 cut right through Chicago, biggest mistake in history. 90 should have gone on the outskirts because back in the 80s, oh God, oh my gosh, in the 80s or the 70s or 60s, they could have built the 90 right through farmland and then had feeder lines into the city. And they wouldn't have to tear up all these subdivisions.
Dave, I told you when for the beach. That city's before the beach. Oh, what's that, Dad?
That's Wrigley Field, Chicago, home of the Chicago White Sox. Here we go. Now we're coming up to the turn. Wisconsin. Okay, 8090 Wisconsin. That's what I want. Now here's what I take. Now here's where it takes the big turn to the right. I did. Takes a big turn to the right. I'll show you right here. Takes a big turn to the right. We're going to turn to the right here, this way, over here. And in both lanes, the express and the regular lanes kind of merge. The big mistake. These engineers try to figure out how to do it faster when they actually ruin the expressway system. These roads are so bad. These pylons. Oh my gosh. One of these days, they're going to collapse, and they're going to have a big problem on their hands. All right. So now, so far, traffic is moderate to medium, and it's pretty good. Knock on wood. There's no wood around here, so I'll knock on plastic. It's moderate to medium traffic flow right now. And if it was heavy, there would be no empty areas here. If this was heavy traffic, this wouldn't be moving at all. It's moving slowly, so this is moderate to medium. Okay. When I stop, that's heavy. All right, and I'm coming to heavy now, but it's going to keep on flowing. See how the traffic's flowing further up? So once we get through here, we'll be okay. Once we get past this, we'll be pretty okay, I think. The Sears Tower, I remember when the Sears Tower was built back in the 1970s. I was in shop class. What was that guy's name? His daughter was his dad. Her daughter worked at the Bowling Covenant or Christian Church. She was a kindergarten teacher or something, first grade. Her dad was a shop. He was in shop class. He was my shop class.
Oh, Mr. Stutz.
Yeah, Mr. Stutz. Or not Stutz. I don't know what his her name is.
Mrs. Stutz was.
I know.
Sharon Stutz.
Yeah, I know. But her dad. Anyways, he was a shop guy in junior high, and we had to build a project, okay, for the year. And this is when I found out about the Sears Tower, that it was being built. And I loved buildings, and I said, oh, I want to build the Sears Tower out of plywood, a 6-foot building. And he said, okay, if you want to build it, that's what your project is. So I built a 6-foot Sears Tower building. Okay, it was black. It looked beautiful. I mean, it just that. So I took it home. Well, then I had gerbils, and so I decided to make a gerbil apartment complex. And I made like 10 different levels, okay? And I had one side of the thing, it was screened in so I could see them. And every night I would put them on the top floor, okay, as their little bed and everything. And every night or every morning they'd move their bedding, the whole bedding up on the very top floor. They'd put it into the bottom floor. They never liked the height of the building. And then we had a Jeb, which was my sister's golden retriever, and he was constantly knocking the door off the building and playing with the gerbil and killing them. He would take his paws like this and bounce them back and forth like a ball. He was playing with them, but he was killing them. Okay, and it was so funny. Okay, so there's a lot of road construction, so that's why there's a little slowness here. So I wouldn't want to come through here during rush hour, okay? That I would not do. Okay, so Wisconsin is the left 3 lanes, all right? So we'll see here. You can see the left 3 lanes. See that? What left 3 lanes is Wisconsin. So we want to keep on going. Then you can see the Sears Tower coming up here. There is the Sears Tower right there. Awesome building. It was the tallest building in the world until we haven't built. This is where America is right now, and it's standing. Everybody is building great things except we are. We're not, because, well, the fact of the matter, well, how do I want to say this? The fact of the matter is, the Democrat Party has bankrupted America with the help of Republicans. And we can't do anything because we've paid off so many people. It's really sad, but that's just my opinion. And I know my opinion is right because I'm always right. Just ask my wife. She'll tell you that I'm always right. She knows I'm right. That's why she married me. She knew that I was right all the time. She said, I need to marry somebody that's great. Okay, so traffic is really lightened up. Okay, see how it's lightened? There's a lot of space between each car. This is great. Now traffic on the other side though isn't, because there's a lot of traffic going east, not west, which is interesting. Okay, so we are coming through Chicago on a 1 o'clock on a Saturday, which is really great. Okay, and we'll be well out of Chicago by 2 o'clock. Within an hour, we'll be pretty much close to Wisconsin. Okay, and we'll just see how things go. I can't wait to go four-wheeling on our RTV vehicle. I'm going to take the kids. We're going to RTV in the Black Hills, and I hope there's a lot of water because I want to get drenched in mud. And we're just going to go and just have a blast. That was fun last year. Of course, my wife doesn't want to do it this year because she remembered last year she had broken ribs, and I took her on it, and I don't think she liked it too much. So, okay, traffic is very moderate. Okay, it's almost, I would almost say medium. Okay, this would normally be bumper to bumper right now, but it is bumper to bumper on the other side. Okay, so that is very interesting. A lot of people are going east instead of west. Okay, so we are out of that. That was the hardest part right there in Chicago. That part right there, back there, that turn area. A lot of bumps. This is what our taxes pay for. This crappy road right here. Okay, this is what you vote for when you vote. Okay, I'm going to be very blunt. What was that? Oh. This is what when you vote, well, I don't want to say. Oh, Brian, you're going to get yourself in trouble. When you vote, the people that have been in charge of this city for 50 years, this is why this city is a dump. Okay. Holy cow. Express lanes closed. Do not enter. Okay, so we have just, it is bumper to bumper on the other side of the expressway, just so you guys know. And the traffic on this side of the expressway is moderate. Okay, so there is somebody, they're going east somewhere. They must be going to the dunes. They must be going somewhere in Indiana or somewhere. They're getting out of Chicago. Okay, because now I got to keep my eye out for traffic. All the red, you got to keep your eye out for people putting their brakes on because they're putting their brakes on. Now, a lot of times people will start to brake for no reason. Then you'll get up to the place that everybody braked. There's nothing going on because something happens where one person does something, and it affects all the other cars that are driving. Now, if you see on your left, look on your left, you see the expressway on the other side. It's bumper to bumper, both express and local. If you look on your left, people, if you're watching the video, okay? So we're coming through Chicago here. We're coming through Chicago. And we're coming through Chicago. We're headed to Mount Rushmore, which, if I was the governor there, I would just launch the fireworks anyways. I would bring out the National Guard, and I would tell the Federals, get out of here, we're going to launch these fireworks, and I would do it. I would tell the National Guard, I want you to surround Mount Rushmore, and we're launching the fireworks. The federal government is not telling me what I can't do in my state. That's what I would do, okay? And put it on the federal government's states' rights. All the Democrats always talk about states' rights. The media, states' rights. When it helps them. But when states' rights go against their narrative, oh, it's evil. Oh, it can't have states' rights. But with this COVID thing, oh, states' rights was everything. Oh, yeah. We don't want Trump telling all the states what to do. No, that wouldn't be good. You know what the biggest positive from this pandemic is, Ben? I listened to somebody last night talk about this, which has really been underreported, is a lot of mothers, a lot of working class mothers are not going back to work. They want to stay home raising their kids. And even Kamala Harris came out and said that there's a shortage of women in the workforce because they don't want to go back to work. They want to be home reading stories to their kids and raising them. They just found out over the last year how fun it was or how nourishing it is or how natural it is for a woman to want to raise the children, okay? And they found out that a lot of women are saying, I don't want to go back to work. I want to raise my kids. This is funner. Kind of, isn't that ironic, isn't it? Anyway, I thought that was an interesting statistic that came out recently, that there's a shortage of women in the workforce. They don't want to go back. Anyway, that's another one of my opinions. Okay, so traffic is moderate to medium. We're doing about 50 miles an hour, which is really good, because on the other side of the road, they're not moving at all. Oh, there's a police car trying to get up. There must have been an accident up there. Okay, so I got to keep my eyes on the road so I don't run into anybody, because driving one of these RVs, people must think must be crazy. So I just got through Chicago pretty good, people. We're now moving to the west side of Chicago, coming near the airport, and then we'll be heading north on 90. 90 kind of takes a direction and goes directly north, okay? And that's 4.2 miles. We're getting it's called the Kennedy Expressway. It turns into the Kennedy Expressway, and we'll be coming up to that at about 4.9. We're coming to a stop, so I'm keeping an eye way ahead of me, because I don't want to run into these guys, because we're coming into a little slowdown here. Maybe this is the other side of the expressway. Oh boy, it's coming to a complete stop. Oh boy, gotta watch my stopping here. Yep. Hey, Mark.
Mark!
Could you clean up these pencils and everything? Please? Okay, you don't need to say, oh my gosh. Oh, and your girlfriend said hi, by the way. No, she's not. You should tell her, hey, my dad's live. You should watch it so you can see me. Mark is in love. Anybody? If anybody didn't know, Mark is in love, and it's totally changed his life. He's a completely different person than about a month ago. I've noticed.
Can you tell me if that's good or bad?
Missy wants, is that good or bad, Dad? Is that good or bad? Oh.
Is it good that you changed it or bad that you changed?
I'm not telling. Okay, so we are, now we're doing about 25 miles an hour. We're coming out of the, we're basically 3.5 miles to the Kennedy Expressway. Once we get onto the Kennedy Expressway, we're on 89, we're on 94, okay, which is like a connector to 90, or it connects to 90. Oh, it's really weird. So if anybody doesn't understand the interstate system or the highway system, odd numbers like, for example, 91, 71, 75, those all go north and north-south. So if you're ever lost and you want to find your way back, just look at the numbers on the streets or the highways or the county roads, and if it's an odd number, it's going north and south. If it is an even number, like 80, 90, it is going east and west. And the numbers go high to low depending on the top of the country. So 90 is obviously the highest number, and it's on the top of the country. It's Wisconsin. Then you have 80, which is a little lower. Then 70 is coming right across. Then you have 40, and then 20, and then 10, which is very low part of the country, like California, Texas. All right? So, and that's states too. It's the same thing. Odd numbers is north and south. Even numbers are east and west. So, if you didn't know that, which maybe a lot of you did, but if you didn't, that will help you, and so you never get lost. Technically, you should never get lost driving if you knew that, because you know where a town is. If you go so far, you're going to hit that. Okay, so 94, Milwaukee. We don't want to go to Milwaukee. We want to, let's see, Rockford. We want to go to Rockford. That's right, 94, Rockford. West. We want to go west, Rockford. Okay, so we're coming up here to stop. We got braking going on, so I want to keep myself ahead of the braking here.
What time is it? It's 1:27 now, because we've gone back an hour.
We're going back an hour. We are now in Chicago. Once we get past Wisconsin Dells, actually you have to cross Iowa. I think Iowa, you're 2 hours. No, I think you're still an hour. Okay, so we just slowed down, and there was no reason to slow down, okay? Just people all of a sudden pushing on their brakes, and I hear a squeaking sound, but it goes away when I push on the brakes. I got to figure out what that is.
Oh, that's
And I can't do it when I'm driving because...
That's just the power.
Frankie, you don't know. You're talking about something you don't know. Okay. No. Well, you don't. Okay. We got 17 thumbs up and 11 people watching. You must guys be excited about it. I'll turn around the camera so you can see the traffic. Okay. So this is the traffic right now going to 90. I'm headed 90 to Rockford. '90 will take us all the way to South Dakota, Rapid City. 90 is the road, all the way to we could do 80, which is in Iowa, but then you have to cut up, and you might as well just, some people don't like 90 because you got to go through Wisconsin and then Chicago. They don't want to do that. They just rather be on 80. But 80 has its problems too, so I just tend to suggest, hey, just suffer Chicago. If you go through it the right time, you'll be fine. And so that's what we're doing. So you've got the train. Everybody's on it. Must be going somewhere. Everybody's wearing masks in Chicago. Everybody's wearing masks outside. They're wearing a mask outside. Okay? I mean, come on, people. You've got to be kidding. You're outside wearing a mask. I don't want to be political. I don't. I really don't, people. I don't intentionally like to upset people, but people upset me a lot, and it's really getting me upset. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Isn't that the city that's been burning? Milwaukee? There was one place I've never been, Mall of America. We don't want to go 94. We want to stay on 90, and that's what we're on right now. O'Hare, Rockford. Traffic is moderate to medium.
Be in any of the three left lanes.
Left lanes. To be in the 3 left lanes, my little Garmin told me. My little Garmin! Oh boy, traffic going to Milwaukee is heavy. See the traffic going to Milwaukee? Very heavy. It's over on the left here. See right over here. Those 3 lanes over there are all going to Milwaukee. So that's all going away. And now we're coming into 90. It's a little heavy. There's no reason why people are slowing down. I understand why they're slowing down. There should be no slowing down, people. Come on, man. Come on, man. So Tim and I have been watching a lot of What's My Line from the it ran almost 16 years, maybe more. Really funny. It's actually a fun show to watch. It's called What's My Line. It was 30 minutes. That's a typical show that could be redone today, and it would be a hit. That's another thing, man. If somebody gave me a network, I could turn that network into the #1 network in the country. more people would be watching my network. And what I would do is bring a lot of the old shows back, a lot of them. A couple westerns, 2 or 3 western series. I'd have a good crime show, a couple crime shows, a couple cop shows. I'd bring back the Flintstones type, but family oriented, not this garbage like Simpsons. No morals. I'd do some fun game shows. Green Acres. Do you realize that Green Acres was #1 in its time slot? And CBS said in 1970 they canceled every show on their platform, and they went with a whole new. They wanted to reach more city people. Well, you had Green Acres, which was the #1 show, 362. Gas in Chicago is 362. I don't know how long that can sustain itself. I really don't. How can you do that? How can your low income families pay $3.62 a gallon? I really think they're doing this intentionally. And if you think going to electric is the solution, you're clueless. You have no idea what you're talking about when you're talking people going to electric. Electric is the biggest scam to be put on the American people, or the world really. Electric cars. If you're buying an electric car because you want to save the environment, you're a fool. You've been fooled. I could call you a fool, but I won't. You've been fooled. If you're buying an electric car because you just like the electric car and you want to generate power and you like the novelty of it, okay, great, I get it. But if you're buying it to save the world, you've been duped. You've been completely duped. The amount of fossil fuels, or the amount of fossil fuels and raw minerals to build that car and those batteries outweighs using gas and petroleum. I'm not calling it fossil fuels anymore because it's not. It's made every day under the earth. That's why we keep finding pockets of it, because the earth compresses like a squeezed lemon and it squeezes it out of the rocks. So anyways, I'll get out of that. So, and then they don't want it. They hate oil. That's all there is to it. Ever since the 70s, there's been this obsession with killing oil. So people that, let them live with it. They wanted to pay $3.65 a gallon. Okay, now it is heavier traffic. We kind of slowed down now. We've got 5 miles to Rockford exit. We're going, so it has slowed down a little bit. But we got through the worst part. This is not the worst part. The part behind me, part behind me was the worst part. Downtown Chicago. That was the part I was worried about. This part I can tolerate, because we'll get through here in about 10 minutes. People merging in here. Go ahead, get in. Just move in, person. Okay, just here, I'll show you what he's doing. Just go ahead and slide in there, okay, guys? Go ahead and slide in. If you slide in, I will keep merging with you, okay? This is what people don't understand about driving. You keep driving, they think I'm gonna run you off. No, I'm not. But if you guys keep getting in front of me, you should pull in behind me. But you all want to pull in the same time and cut everybody off. And that's what slows traffic down. People don't know how to merge. Here comes another guy. He's got to get ahead of me. See, he's got to pull all the way ahead and screw it up for everybody. Unbelievable. That's the problem.
Why can't you screw them up? Huh?
Hey, Keith. I tell you. Poor Frankie. Poor Frankie. Got some popcorn.
Give me that popcorn.
Of course, Frankie wants to eat everything. Unbelievable. Everybody's wearing masks outside. Hey, that's a great idea to wear masks outside. Good. Unbelievable. Road rage. Well, it's if they want to just get up there, and then so what they do is they end up cutting everybody off, this is what slows traffic down, because when you have one person put the brake on, then everybody puts the brake on. So now you got 50,000 cars putting their brakes on, which then slows traffic down. If everybody just keeps on going at a certain speed, traffic keeps flowing. But people don't understand that. They think everybody wants to run them off the road. Well, I could do that with this RV. I could just push them right off the road. Smack them right off the road and enjoy every minute of it. Got two liberals over here. I don't think they like my Trump signs on the back of my RV. Go with the flow, baby. That's right. Go with the flow, baby. It is a little heavier here than I thought, but that's what we have to do. At least we're moving. Knock on plastic. There's no accidents. Oh gosh. Oh. I'll have some of my cheese popcorn. Just keep your eye out on Frankie, guys. Watch him as I do. Okay, you'll get an idea. Oh. Why is that so spicy? Why is everything spicy in my mouth?
Cheeto popcorn.
Wow. Well, that's an interesting question. That it is amazing how few accidents there are on the road. There's a subway system. That's how you keep the masses poor. The subway. Yep. That's how you keep them poor. Is the subway inefficient, dirty? Look at them. They're not even maintained. They're driving about 5 miles an hour. Boy, we got things messed up. U-Haul. Brand new U-Haul truck. Brand new. That's a brand new truck. Brand new. Frankie, get in that seat right now. No, he did it on purpose, dear. No, he did it on. Frankie, get back in that seat right now. Leave it alone, right now. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have a canary. Here, I'm gonna hairy canary you, Frankie. Get in that seat. You don't want to be around it when I do a hairy canary on Frankie. Well, guys, we've hit the traffic, unfortunately. Frankie, are you trying to get yourself in trouble? Put the seatbelt on. Oh my gosh, he's. Dear Heavenly Father, help me. I need to get in the left lane. Seems like there's traffic flowing one direction. See, and the problem is now I want to turn lane and nobody is going to let me pull over. Nobody. Nobody. I got to do it slowly. There we go. I know he is. Of course, after he saw my Trump signs, he probably is giving me the finger or something. Need a Trump fan to let you pull over. That's right. Oh, there are a lot of Trump supporters in Illinois. It's your cities that stuff the ballots. That's what they do. The harvest balloting, which was now illegal, Supreme Court, that was down deep. So that's not going to happen anymore in a lot of these counties. They now can sue and stop it. The stuffing the ballot, harvest balloting. Don't take it. Vaccinehoax.com. 100,000 dead or injured. COVID-19 vaccine. Right on the bridge here, they got a sign saying, "Don't take the vaccine."
Don't take the vaccine. I love it. Why?
It's the biggest con job, guys. I mean, I could see taking it if 19% were dying or 50% were dying and you need something. But if this thing has a mortality rate of 99.9, what? Are you crazy? Why are you judging? Especially if you're 50 and under. I'm 62. Somebody asked me, what's the fear? Zero. My fear of this thing it's been from the beginning. Zero. Nada. Not even. It didn't even register on my emotional scale. And now it did on my wife's scale. She went freaking. Okay, so.
Registered on mine with stupidity.
Stupidity. That's right. The stupidity is what we. Then we are dumb to whine. Is he's upset that people only 40% have taken the vaccine. We need more people dying from the vaccine. Take more of it. This governor is an idiot. I'm sorry. Go online and find the definition or the definition for a Greek idiot. What the definition of a Greek idiot is. Okay, and that will explain to you a lot. Okay. It wasn't necessarily a derogatory comment. It was just it defined a segment of the Greek populace. Okay, and they called them Greek idiots, and they were not allowed to vote. They were not allowed to do certain things. Because they were simpletons. They didn't have the common sense to understand certain mechanics, I guess, of a society, and they were called Greek idiots. I'm not making this stuff up, guys. I mean, I don't sit up and make up stuff. Now, obviously, I'm just saying, why is everything so hot? Spicy. I just ate this popcorn and the cheese is really spicy. Why is my tongue so sensitive right now? Huh? Dear?
What?
Why is it I'm eating this cheese
I don't know. Let me see it.
popcorn?
I don't want the popcorn. I want the bag.
It's not spicy, but everything is spicy. Everything I'm eating is spicy.
Even the donuts?
Everything I've been eating this morning has been spicy. Zangy. Okay, so this road is half, I'm going to show you. This road is half paved. Only one lane is paved. And how they do this, they have to do this at midnight. That's the only time they can do this. What? What do you think it is? Think I ate something? Why I've got a sensitivity to zangy? Look at this road, guys. So they can't pave this. They'd have to do this at midnight. One lane is paved on the left. The left lane is paved. The other three lanes are being, they've already shaved it off. They've already shaved the bad, they reuse the asphalt. They shave it and then they remix it and create new asphalt. Of course, I think asphalt is the worst form of roadbed system. I think concrete is the best, but I don't think you have to do it correctly for it to last long, and they don't want to do it because it's more expensive. But I think if they did it correctly, I think it would last longer. That's how all.
Maybe you got hot pepper stuck in your mouth from the pizza yesterday.
I don't know. Well, how would it get stuck in my mouth? Brushed my teeth this morning.
Did one of the hot peppers get caught in your teeth?
All right, so we're now about 35 miles an hour. People are still slowing up. I'm not going to speed up. I want a nice dip. I like a 100 feet difference between the car in front of me and my car, my camper. Because stopping this thing on the dime is pretty hard. Okay? I don't like putting the brakes on this thing because everybody goes flying forward like a bunch of pancakes. So let's see.
Hey, look it. It's train stop. That's the train stop. It's not the train stop. Yes, it is. Dummy. That's the train stop.
All right, so we're coming up to the 90, 284 split. This will take us 90 west, Rockford, Milwaukee, 294. We're not going to 294, we're going 90. Really? So pineapple, you know, that's funny because after I started eating the pineapple, everything was zangy. Why would that be? Okay, I need to know why. You know, I think that's true. Every time I've eaten pineapple after I've eaten something, it's gotten zangy. Really? Okay, the traffic has gotten a little lighter here. We're doing about 50 miles an hour now. This guy just pulled ahead of me real fast, thinking he's going to get out of here, and he's not. Okay, so this area, part of area is where Rosemont Convention Center is, and I did a lot of conventions here back in 96 through 2001. I did a lot of conventions here, and then back in 2008 to 2014, we did the hobby show here at the Rosemont Convention Center, which is near O'Hara. It used to be a really big hobby store or show, but those days are gone now. The hobby industry is kind of collapsing, and it's really because of the distributors. I really blame Horizon and Great Plains. What?
Well, some are more sensitive than others. Many people experience burning sensation after eating popcorn, so much so it can destroy your taste buds for the remainder of the day.
I just opened that popcorn.
No, the pineapple destroys your taste buds on your tongue for the day.
Oh, really?
That's what it's saying, if you're more sensitive to it. Thus, it changes the flavor of other items. That's what James is saying. It chemically reacts with what you're tasting. And according to this, some people are more sensitive than others to this reaction, causing some people that destroys their taste buds for the rest of the day after eating pineapple.
All right, so I don't have any taste buds for the rest of the day.
No, it's just going to give you that sensation of spicy.
That's too bad. Everything is spicy, man. My peanut butter and jelly was spicy. I'm thinking, how can a peanut butter and jelly sandwich be spicy? For the love of Mike. Okay, so we're in a pretty clear area now. This was going to go into Schaumburg. We're going to go from Rosemont all the way up to Schaumburg. And the hobby convention was there for a couple of years. This road is pretty much clear of traffic. We probably won't have any really flow problems. So we're on 90 now west, and we're gonna get in the left lane, the right lane, far right lane here, and $1.50 toll. Gotta pay the toll now. Gotta pay the man. Gotta pay the man. Gotta pay the man here. Problem is, nobody's manning these toll stations. And so you can't pay the toll, they just wave you through. Cash. So I gotta pay cash. Cash lane. I gotta be in the cash lane. They got one open spot. Okay, nobody's collecting money. Pay online. We need pay online. There's no place to pay. Unbelievable. Well, that doesn't make any sense. All right, so now we're not even going to pull into the toll. We're just going to stay in the regular lanes because I think they're just going to take pictures of the car. Of course, I have the bicycles covering the license plate, so maybe they won't know who I am. Okay, guys, we got 19 thumbs up, which is really great. People must be loving this video. Why, I have no idea. But I guess everybody's excited that we are on our road trip to Mount Rushmore. O'Hare Airport is over there. We are now going west, okay, on 90. Everything has gone okay so far. We left the house okay. Okay, we'll be coming around to Schaumburg, which has the Lego Park, and then also a big mall there. We stopped there one year, saw Kathy's sister-in-law or daughter-in-law or whatever, niece. Her sister is going to be moving up to Ohio. Oh, now I have another. I'm trying to get her friend Crystal Valley to move out here. Crystal Valley doesn't think she has any friends, and I'm thinking, well, everybody around us like her. I've always liked Crystal Valley. My brother likes her. My kids love her. I mean, this would be the perfect place for her to live. She'd have so many friends. She would have so much positive. She would, she just needs a positive environment. She's been so put down for so long. It's really sad because she's a really pretty person. She's a nice person too, and but it's really sad. Anyways, I've been trying to I tried calling her yesterday, but she never called me back. She probably said, "Why is Brian calling?" But so Kathy's sister and her kids are coming up here, I guess. What? What'd you say? Oh, Frankie was picking his nose in the camera? Wonderful. Well, everybody will probably comment about Frankie picking his nose. Unbelievable. Okay, we need to speed it up. I'm only doing 60 miles an hour. What the heck am I doing? I should be doing at least 70. Okay, so we're going to speed this up a little bit here. Okay, so there's 4 lanes of traffic, and baby, it's. I'll show you here. It's clear as bell, baby.
Dad, can I go on top?
Yeah, it's a clear sailing going on. Clean sailing. Frankie doesn't know what he's talking about. Frankie doesn't know what he's talking about. Poor Frankie.
And how you go with that truck? Dad, you can't eat it.
Poor Frankie. I can eat whatever I want, Frank. Wow. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, no.
Oh, my gosh. I got to do something about my mouth.
great, but we have to put water on it. Or milk, and it'll cool it down.
Now we're coming out of Chicago now. We're coming into Schaumburg, the suburbs of Chicago. These are all the suburbs of Chicago. Back in the 1930s, Capone, this was all the small towns, suburbs of Chicago. Yes, sirree. Every time I take a bite of food, Frankie looks at me. Oh! Oh my goodness! That's terrible! Wow! I'm never doing that again. Remind me never to do that. How do I sound with the mic? Is it a nice sounding sound when you guys are listening, or is there a lot of background noise? Because if there isn't, I'll do this more often. I was afraid there's going to be a lot of background noise. I'll wait till somebody responds. Needs more bass? Okay, here comes somebody doing, okay, now look, I'm doing 70. Look at that guy. He's doing at least 90. At least 90. Okay, the guy ahead of him, the truck, is probably doing 95. Now here comes somebody on the left, a white car, okay, and they're probably doing at least 90. At least 90. Okay, I'm doing 70 right at the button. All right, guys, just so you know. Okay, here comes a red car, and he's just bolting out of here, baby. There must be a meteor coming on because he's getting out of here fast. And I'm doing 70, okay? Now, I can speed up to 80, but I'm not going to do that in this kind of vehicle. I'm coming up to this silver car. I probably should get in the other lane. Okay, so David has to poop. So we need to stop and let David poop. David has a problem with his bowels. And that when he has to poop, he has to poop. I mean, it's like instant. You know what I'm saying? It's not a gradual thing. Okay, it's an instant thing. I got a dead bug on my windshield. Well, I gotta find a rest stop because David has to poop. Suburbs west suburbs. So we are in the west suburbs of Chicago. IKEA. Here's an IKEA over here on your left hand. Here's an IKEA. I think IKEAs are great stores. There's one over there on the left-hand side, probably coming out. If you see this coming out of you'll see it under this overpass. On the left-hand side, look, you'll see IKEA. So they got in trouble because they served fried chicken and watermelon for Black History Month, and I'm thinking, okay, well, and I talked to I remember calling this lady, or this lady called me. No, I called the double NBC, double NABC, or whatever you call it. And I asked her, I said, what do Asians like to eat? She goes, rice. I say, what do Germans like? Bratwurst. What do Italians like to eat? Spaghetti and that kind of stuff. I see. Okay, so what do blacks like to eat? fried chicken. Now, why is that racist? If I tell you that blacks like fried chicken and watermelon, why is that racist? It makes no sense. I mean, literally, it doesn't make any sense. She goes, yeah, I know. She goes, I totally agree with it. I never could understand that. Matter of fact, the vice president or the president of Popeyes, or I don't know if it's Popeyes, I think it is Popeyes. She's black. She's African American. Well, she must be a racist then if she sells chicken. I'm just telling you guys, it's called, I call it Greek idiots, okay? And when you don't have common sense, then you should not have a lot of functions in the society. You should be restricted on what you do because you don't have any common sense. Okay? Plain and simple. I love KFC. Well, I used to love KFC, but I think something changed at KFC. I don't think they make the chicken back like the Colonel did, number one. That's my opinion. Now, I might be wrong, but I haven't had a good KFC in months. Years, actually. All right, let's speed this up to 70 because everybody is passing me. I mean, literally, everybody is passing me like bullets in a gun. Now, I'm going to pull into the other lane here. Get myself in another position. Okay, so we came out of Chicago with I'm still full tank of gas, so we didn't really use a lot of gas coming through Chicago, which is great. All right, I got to get to a rest stop so David can go poop, because David likes to poop. David has a very small bowel or prostate. It's probably like the size of a peanut. Okay, that's because he's very small. He's a short statured child. He'll probably be about 5'2" when he grows up. He'll be a great jockey, horse jockey. Or he'll be a great what? Yeah, I mean you could do that if you wanted to go. You gotta make sure the water's turned on, and then fill up. You want to put about 3/4 of a thing in water, and then okay, so he can wait a little. Now he can wait a little bit. Before we need to stop because he's got to go poop. So we're moving right along. Everything is moving briskly here. We're coming out of Chicago. We're in the west suburbs. This is Brian Young with ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. I'm doing a road trip of going to South Dakota, Mount Rushmore. Why I am obsessed with going there, I don't know. I like going there for some reason. It's a fun campground, and it's just relaxing. And I'm trying to make this relaxing for my wife, so because she did not want to go at all, and so I've got to do something. I know there's a toll plaza here pretty soon. I thought there was. Well, guys, so I'm on a road trip. Ryan and Tim are at the bank today, and We're going to Mount Rushmore. And I just thought, Adam wanted a video of me driving, so I thought I would do a video today of me driving. Oh! Oh!
What?
Oh my God!
Oh, you wait.
Oh! Ah! Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm not.
I am.
I'll get watermelon or strawberry, but yeah, that pineapple is not. That was a mistake.
It won't.
I mean, they're good, but they totally ruined my taste buds.
It won't go to my neck.
I know, Frankie. Oh yeah, I know. Unbelievable. You can if you want. I haven't.
No, Dad. Mommy, can you take these popcorns away from him?
Yeah, Frankie would love it to be taken away so he can eat it.
No. I only eat popcorn. Mama, wait, stop. Gave me. And I ate it. That has sugar in it. And now I don't have popcorn.
Duluth Trading. That's my favorite clothing. It's Duluth Trading. They make my favorite pants.
You don't like any pants.
Frankie's talking now.
So you don't like any pants.
Frankie's talking now. Doesn't have any idea what he's saying, but he's talking.
That was why you said you don't like any pants. But
So we are now coming out of the west suburbs, 4.3 miles to the 90 split, which will then take us direct shot to Wisconsin. And then once we get into Wisconsin, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and then we'll get into North Dakota. North Dakota is huge, guys. It's from Sioux City to Rapid City is 500 miles, so that's a whole tank of gas. That's $100 right there. Okay, so that's why we eat a lot of stuff here in the camper to save on going out in there. It's all relative, you know. Yeah, gas prices are going up, but you just have to allocate your money different. You just have to spend. You know, I'm spending another $1 a gallon, so that's $50 basically. I have to then allocate that $50. I've taken out of food and entertainment and put it toward the fuel. So it's apples and apples in the long run, but you know, it's less activities that we want to do or buying things or that kind of stuff because gas prices are so high now. I mean, when I went out here in 2018, no, 19. We drove out there in 2019 was the first time, and gas was $1.69. Okay, so it's almost double. You know, so it's double, and nobody cares. That's what I find ironic. You know, those people that are supporting Biden, I don't care. Great then. great then. You'd rather pay high gas prices. That, oh guys, oh guys, oh guys. Yep. Well, I saw them. See, there's no reason for these people to put their brakes on, and they did. The traffic, there's no traffic, guys. There's nothing. And all of a sudden, these guys on the left, right, put their brakes on. Why? Why do you do that? It's crazy. Crazy. Crazy for loving you. I'm crazy. West Dundee. Now we're West Dundee. And now we are coming into, okay, so crazy, crazy for loving you. Another toll, another $1.50. Well, that guy's doing 90 right there, at least 90. Holy moly. Look at that guy. Oh, look at the guy on the white. Oh, he's doing 90, at least 90. 90. I'm doing 90 for you. There comes somebody else. He's doing 90. Boy, oh boy, they're in a hurry, aren't they? Oh my gosh. Well, everybody just decided to get in the left lane all of a sudden. Everybody. Because none of these pay online things is open. None of them are open. Unbelievable. Open road tolling. Interesting. Open road tolling. Everybody's moving like bullets. Bullets. I'm moving like bullets. When I stop talking, I get boring.
When you stop talking, it gets boring
Oh.
watching you.
Oh. So I just have to talk? Just say nothing? Nothing. I say nothing for you. Nothing. Nothing for saying you. Uh-oh. Well, these guys are pulling over. I got to get ahead of this guy. I don't know. I'm doing 50 miles an hour, and I shouldn't be here. I should be in the other lane, but this guy is... I'm trying to find a rest stop. I haven't seen one. Well, let's see, guys. What else could I talk about? What else could I talk about that everybody would want to watch or hear? I don't really don't know what to say anymore. Maybe that's enough for the show today. I've been on an hour and 52 minutes, or 152 minutes. That's 2 hours. I haven't been on 2 hours, have I? 152 minutes? That's 2 hours. You gotta be kidding. I've been talking for 2 hours? And there are 12 people, 14 people watching me? Holy moly. Now, don't forget to go to ProTinkerToys.com, ProTinkerToys.com. Check out all the toys we have. If you've got any kids, grandkids having birthdays, go to my website. Buy your toys on our website. Just be done with it. And make sure if you want it wrapped, put it in the notes. Please wrap my gifts and put the name of the kid that it's for. We want to make your birthdays easy. You know, if you want to send a gift to your brother-in-law's kids, you've got kids that you want to send toys to, just say, I think I want to do this too. And I'm going to do this. I think this is a variant that we're going to do, is that people don't know what to buy sometimes for a kid. And so we're going to create a variant where it's buy a toy for a boy, $10 and under. And you just click that, and then I pick a toy for a 10-year-old boy. And that's $10. Same thing with a girl. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk to Ryan about that and have him make those variants. And the gift will be wrapped, everything. Frankie's asleep. Frankie's asleep. Hey, Missy, can you pop down a pillow? Okay. All right. All right. "25 minutes away."
No more, Dad. Come on. Not anymore.
You know, when I first bought this RV, I had another one before this. We bought it in 2015. It was a 26 Jayco, 26-foot Jayco. And then in 2016, I went to Campers World. This kid named Justin found this one. We bought it for $7,000. I sold the Jayco for $4,000, so I really paid only $3,000 for this thing. So that was the first year we went to Myrtle Beach. So we were coming into Charleston from Ohio, and I blew an outside tire. Oh my goodness, I thought, I don't know what I thought, but I thought the whole car was about ready to fall apart. Anyways, I pulled into a place to do the tire there. They did the tires and everything. But then for the next 2 years, I noticed that at about 60 miles an hour, the vehicle would shimmy really bad. Nobody could figure out what. And then I took it to a truck place. And they took off the back tires because they're dualies. Well, and they showed me too. They said, look, the guys, when they replaced these tires, they didn't, because there was a little almost like a nickel of metal that was on the inside tire, and you had to line up the other tire into that nickel. Well, they didn't line them up, and then so the other tire was just pushing against that nickel, which was offsetting the balance of the. And when they fixed it, it cost me like $300 because I had to get new rims because the rims were shot because they had gotten warped. And when they fixed that, I can do 70 now, and it's just, look at this, it's just perfect. It was amazing too. I couldn't believe it. Even ATEC didn't really understand that. I took it there too, but you know and he told me, he said, Brian, why don't you take it to these guys because they're experts in alignment for RVs and that kind of stuff. I said, okay. So I took it there and fixed it like that. Crazy for loving you. So that's another story. I don't know what else to say, really. I think I've been alive long enough, a 2 hour. I think that's 2 hours enough. I think everybody got what you liked. I got through Chicago. That's 156 minutes. That's nearly 2 hours of talking. I don't know how we got 21 thumbs up. That's sweet. Thank you very much. Don't forget to check out ProTinkerToys.com for your toys, for your gift for boys and girls. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming up over the next couple of months. And, you know, we're an odd place for toys. So, you know, you want to get your kids something different, check us out, ProTinkerToys.com, ProTinkerToys.com. Babies, infants, just a little bit of everything. Slot cars, kids, anything, whatever you're looking for, we got it. So we want to thank everybody for watching. Safe travels, young family. Well, thank you. We'll do another video tonight. Me pulling into the camping tonight. I'll do a video for you guys of our campsite. 241. Wow, gas is high. $3.41 in Chicago. Man. I'm curious to see what it is in Wisconsin. Cruise America, guy just pulled back in front of me. Cruise America. Those are expensive to rent. Like $1,200 a week. I was thinking of buying a brand new one and renting this one. Because I could rent this for like, over the summer, it's like from May to October, I could probably make about $20,000 in rentals. I found out about $1,000 a week. I could rent this for about $1,000 a week. Just rent this thing out and buy a new one. I was thinking of doing that. I haven't done it. So we'll see you guys later tonight after we pull into our campsite. Again, we want to thank everybody for watching ProTinkerToys.com. This is our trip to Mount Rushmore. We got 23 thumbs up. That's just more than I could say. Awesome. That's just great. 23 thumbs up. Oh, I almost want to continue talking, but I can't. I gotta focus on driving here for the next couple hours, and then we'll do something tonight. Maybe I'll do a rant with my cigar. So we'll do that. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. God bless.